Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Midweek War. It's me, Mad Mike, fresh off a hockey high because I watched 4 hours of playoff hockey, and with me, as advertised, is the one and only Sorgatron. Welcome back, sir.
Well, welcome back. I'm in Pittsburgh, Kansas. And the hotel Wi-Fi is actually decent here, so I can participate. So we're going to do this, and then I'm going to get up early in the morning and film Cars.
Excellent. Now Sorg's going to only be here for the first two episodes because I have not watched Impact yet because, as I said, hockey went until midnight. So it's going to be a late night for me. But I don't think anything Impact can do can really bring me down at this point. So Sorg, 205 Live. What is your one word for 205 Live, sir?
One word, street.
That's a good word. That's a good word. My one word is going to be mist. M-I-S-S-E-D. Mist. It plays into two things I want to talk about.
Okay.
All right. So Sorg, what was your good this week?
My good. I mean, between Cedric and the street fight, I thought there was a lot of good stuff this week.
Okay. My good this week was the return of Cedric Alexander. That was one thing that was missed because I missed Cedric, and he seemed to have a renewed energy, which I appreciated. And I kind of felt bad as soon as I saw he was facing a jobber. I'm like, oh, this guy gonna get killed.
And he did.
Oh.
And I got sad because I saw Boone, and I think Tina or somebody said that Benjamin Boone was a paramedic or something on one of the shows this week. And then I saw this guy was on here, who's also named Boone. Not the Boone I know. Hashtag not my Boone.
Hashtag not my Boone. Oh, geez. All right. Well, not every show is perfect, as we will know. Sorg, what was your bad for this week?
My bad for this week, I not a whole lot to go on. I can't even. No, I don't really have a bad this week. Nothing really stuck out. I enjoyed a lot of it.
Okay. All right. My bad.
No. Let me roll that back. That back. The horrible satellite interview between the Cruiserweight champion and Austin Aries.
Yeah, that wasn't the best. That wasn't exactly the best.
No.
Yeah, like I said last week, I'm kind of done with these guys. I kind of want it to be over.
Yeah, it's slightly too stretched out. I feel with these elongated pay-per-views, right? You want it to be pay-per-view, but when those are stretched out the months that they are, it seems like a little much.
Yeah. My bad this week goes to the main event.
Really?
Yeah, not because of the quality of the match. The match was amazing. I enjoyed everything about the match. There were lots of fun callbacks. The right guy went over. It was a brutal-looking finish. And this is the other missed thing. Hey, Sorg, I have a question. I got a quick question for you. The pay-per-view that's on Sunday, what is that called?
Extreme Rules.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but don't cruiserweight matches exist within the realm of the Raw brand?
Yep. Theoretically.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the submission match is Sunday. The submission match is at Extreme Rules. So why the fuck couldn't we have waited a week?
Well, because you got to do something on TV for one thing, and I think
you can have another crazy tag match or something like that. You can further other storylines. There's a lot of other stuff you can do. Like on a pay-per-view.
We got to remember also on a pay-per-view for Raw, They have 4 hours of content leading to 3 hours of pay-per-view. SmackDown has 2 hours of content leading to 3 hours of pay-per-view plus kickoff show.
I'm aware of that, but they've already locked up their top 5 guys into one match. And you need a pre-show. You need a pre-show match. Imagine the hot start that crowd would get for Akira Tozawa versus Brian Kendrick in a street fight for the pre-show.
Instead, but I think it carried more weight being on the show it was, because then it got to be the story of the show.
I categorically disagree.
Instead of drowning, we're just going to have to agree to disagree, because I think it would drown and lose importance in the midst of the pay-per-view where there's so much other stuff going on.
Is there really that much other stuff going on, though?
I guess we'll see next Sunday.
I guess we will see, but it just seems like a missed opportunity to me. It just seems like one like.
No, I absolutely see where you're coming from with that. So.
Yeah, like if it was just a blow off match, like the final match, like between Tozawa and Kendrick, fine. Have it on 205 Live as the feud ender. I'm with that. I see what you're saying. But it's a street fight a week before the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, where we don't exactly have too many matches that are gonna be hardcore.
And now I think it was missed as in like there weren't enough allusions to say street fight, just like what we're going to see at this pay-per-view. Like, kind of how you have your mini Rumble match before the Royal Rumble kind of thing.
Right.
So, but if you're going to get that show scheduling like that, yeah, I can see that. So. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the match was amazing. The match was super awesome. That senton that Tozawa hit at the end, that just looked absolutely brutal. I mean, the match was great. I would have rather seen those guys get a showcase on pay-per-view.
But other than that, I thought it was a great show. I think by itself, on its own, I like when this show does have something that is that self-contained story. And does it really need to go to the pay-per-view, because this isn't a TV show trying to make me stick around and buy the network. I already bought the network for this show.
Yeah, but I still don't know how many people who have the network actually watch 205 Live.
Well, WWE knows. So, and I think they're planning accordingly.
Okay. So is there anything you would change about this week's Sorg?
Nope. It's a near perfect 205 Live.
All right. My change, I would have had a much longer segment for Drew Gulak. I loved his political stump speech. I thought it was amazing. Everything that they're doing with Drew Gulak has floored me with how much I've enjoyed it. And I can't really say anything negative about it. It was fantastic. So, Sorg, out of the 2 shows you watched this week, where does this one rank for you?
This is a hot number 1.
Yeah. Likewise. NXT, it's the post-takeover malaise, so we kind of got what we get with NXT. Now, if we're counting takeover into this, flip them, but we're not. So, yeah, definitely number 1 for me. All right. Was there anything else you want to touch on about 205 Live, Sorg?
Nope, that's about it.
Alrighty. So where can the good people of the internet find you?
Sorgatron, and look at my Instagrams. A lot of stories and videos on all of my social medias from the Instagram stories of everything going on out here in Pittsburgh, Kansas. It's Pittsburgh without an H. It's really confusing as I was trying to look at my signs after getting off of a day of flights in the middle of nowhere.
It's okay. I'm sure that that concert group that was there in Pittsburgh a few weeks ago, they thought they were in the other one.
Oh. Well, I was really worried about maybe scheduling everything for the wrong one, and then showing up and nothing was booked.
All right, and you can find me at MadMike4883 on the Twitter machine. Also, feel free to hit up our YouTube page. We got the 32 Millions of Mike on there. Tons of old episodes of our show and the the WrestleMania show proper. Check out our Facebook group. A lot of good discussion going on there. And we will catch you next week when Sorg is in a different Pittsburgh on the Midweek